The stakes have never been higher, and this time, Prince William has taken matters into his own hands. On May 2, 2025, Buckingham Palace made an unprecedented move, releasing a firm, authoritative statement after Prince Harry's controversial BBC interview and his failed court battle to reinstate his security protection. For the first time, the palace went on the offensive, showing no signs of hesitation, and stunning not only Harry, but the entire world. This bold response wasn't just a legal maneuver, it was a calculated message to Harry and the public. The palace made it clear, there would be no more handouts, no more playing the victim. Harry's sensational claims were met with swift rebuttals, leaving the royal family no room to entertain the idea that they had been complicit in the decisions about his security. The statement issued by the palace wasn't just a bureaucratic answer, it was a political declaration. The tone was sharp, the wording carefully chosen to distance the royal family from Harry's claims. All of these issues have been scrutinized repeatedly by the courts, consistently yielding the same conclusion, read the statement. The palace's insistence on the legality of the decision was a clear message. This wasn't about royal favor or interference. This was a matter for the courts, and they had spoken. But there was more than just legal principles at play here. There was also the issue of family. The statement was designed not only to protect the monarchy's image, but to assert control over the narrative Harry had started to spin. For Harry, the May 2 court defeat was a personal blow, but it was also a public one. After years of legal battles over his security rights, the Court of Appeal sided with the UK Home Office, and RAVEC's decision to deny Harry and Meghan full security protection during their visits to the UK. The ruling reinforced that Harry, no longer a working royal, had no automatic right to the same level of police protection afforded to senior royals. The decision also clarified that Harry's requests for protection were to be considered on a discretionary, case-by-case basis. What Harry thought might be his final chance to correct the perceived wrong turned into a definitive legal setback. The courts reiterated that Harry's status as a private citizen meant his security wasn't a matter of royal prerogative. The ruling also made it clear that Harry's royal status, his role as a member of the royal family, did not guarantee him any special treatment, particularly when it came to public funds. This was a legal defeat that left Harry with limited options. And yet, despite this, Harry continued his campaign for justice, including a highly emotional BBC interview, where he opened up about his frustrations, his personal grievances, and his desire for reconciliation with his family. In his explosive BBC interview, Harry didn't just talk about security, he revealed a side of himself that was both vulnerable and emotional. His words were personal, raw, and filled with sorrow as he spoke about his struggles to protect his family. "I love my country," he said, "I long for the United Kingdom. It is quite unfortunate that I will not get the opportunity to take my family there." Harry's tone was full of sincerity, as he described the emotional weight of his predicament. His pleas were heart-wrenching, particularly when he spoke about his children, Archie and Lilibet, and the difficulties they faced in terms of security while in the UK. The emotional appeal was clear, this was not about privilege, it was about safety. Harry made it clear that his priority was the well-being of his family, and he cast a spotlight on his pain as a father unable to keep his children safe. In the interview, Harry also acknowledged the fallout from his book Spare, admitting that his family, especially his brother, William, would never forgive him for the secrets he had revealed about royal life. He expressed a deep sense of regret for the damage caused by his revelations, but remained adamant that his motives had always been driven by a desire for the truth, not malice. However, it was Harry's emotional cry for reconciliation that seemed to rattle the royal family the most. He opened up about the possibility of not reconciling with his father, King Charles, acknowledging the delicate and fractured state of their relationship. "I want to reconcile with him because I don't know how long he's got left," Harry said, his voice shaking with emotion. But despite his plea, Harry admitted that the king was refusing to speak with him, creating a painful impasse in their relationship. Harry's personal interview was a turning point, but it also forced Buckingham Palace into action. The palace, particularly Prince William, could no longer sit idly by as Harry aired his grievances in such a public manner. Sources inside the palace reveal that William was the one who pushed for a firm, public response. The message was clear: enough was enough. The palace could not afford to allow Harry's repeated attacks on the royal family to go unanswered. The statement issued by the palace after the interview was a direct rebuttal of Harry's claims. The palace insisted that the security issue had been handled by the courts and government authorities, not the royal family. There was no preferential treatment, no interference, the statement declared. It was a masterstroke of diplomacy, publicly defending the family's actions while drawing a line in the sand. The message couldn't be clearer. Harry's claims of a royal conspiracy were unfounded, and the monarchy was not about to give in to demands for special treatment. The real drama, however, lies in the sibling rivalry between Harry and William. As the Court of Appeal's decision delivered another blow to Harry, it became clear that his relationship with his older brother was beyond repair. According to insider reports, William's reaction to Harry's ongoing demands has been one of cold, hard resolve. Harry's constant pursuit of royal privileges, his requests for security, financial assistance, and royal titles for his children, has only deepened the divide between the two brothers. William, sources say, sees Harry's actions as a betrayal of the family's values and a threat to the integrity of the monarchy. He is reportedly unwilling to entertain Harry's calls for help, particularly when it comes to financial support. The palace has firmly refused to grant Harry any special concessions, and William is said to have told his brother that he must get his house in order before he can expect any support from the royal family. The tension between the brothers is palpable, and their relationship now seems irreparably broken. William, as the future king, is focused on preserving the dignity of the monarchy. He is reportedly determined to avoid any more public controversies, and Harry's actions have made it difficult for him to back down. Behind the public spectacle, Harry and Meghan are also facing significant financial pressures. Reports suggest that the couple is dealing with debts of over £21 million, much of which has accumulated due to the underperformance of their Netflix and Spotify deals. Their legal battles have also been costly, further exacerbating their financial troubles. These financial issues have put Harry and Meghan in a difficult position, especially as they continue to rely on public sympathy to fuel their causes. But despite their challenges, the couple remains committed to their mission, particularly in their charitable endeavors. Harry has long spoken about his desire to continue the work of his late mother, Princess Diana, particularly in the areas of mental health and veteran support. But can the Sussexes continue to maintain their influence and their image while struggling with their finances? As the conflict between Harry and the royal family escalates, questions remain about what the future holds for the Sussexes and their place within the monarchy. Will Harry ever reconcile with his brother, William? Will the palace's firm stance on security and finances be the final word on the matter? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of the monarchy itself? The next few months will be critical. The world is watching, waiting to see if Harry and William can put aside their differences, or if the royal family will continue down the path of division. Can the monarchy evolve while maintaining its integrity, or will this family feud ultimately reshape the British royal family as we know it? Thank you for watching, and as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more royal updates.